Do you believe that Sigourney Weaver actually got down on her hands and knees and barked like a dog? Why would she do that? Coming up next.
Fire and brimstone coming down from the sky. Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
One of the biggest movies and surprises of the 1980s was Ghostbusters, starring Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Sigourney Weaver, Harold Ramis, and Ernie Hudson. But the studio was very nervous about this film. It's true that these actors had great success if your film cost $20 million or less. Bill Murray had been riding the box office success with films like Meatballs, Caddyshack, and Stripes. Dan Aykroyd was soaring at the box office with hits like The Blues Brothers and Trading Places. Sigourney Weaver had scored a hit with Alien, but this wasn't a comedy. The only comedy work she had done prior to Ghostbusters was Deal of the Century with Chevy Chase, but this film flopped. Could she possibly pull off the female lead in a comedy? Harold Ramis appeared with Murray in Stripes, but otherwise most of his work was behind the camera. Ernie Hudson's biggest claim to fame was in Space Hunter: Adventures in the Forbidden Zone, which completely tanked. The studio was understandably nervous about the prospects for success with Ghostbusters. Ivan Reitman pitched the film to Columbia Pictures executive Frank Price in March 1983. Price found the concept funny, but was unsure of the project, as comedies were seen to have limited profitability. He said the film would take a big budget due to its special effects and popular cast. Reitman reportedly said they could work with $25 to $30 million. Varying figures have been cited. Price agreed, as long as the film could be released by June 1984. Reitman later admitted he made up the figure, basing it on 3 times the budget for Stripes, which seemed reasonable. This left 13 months to complete the film, with no finished script, effects studio, or filming start date. Reitman hired his previous collaborators Joe Medjuck and Michael C. Gross as associate producers. Columbia's CEO Fay Vincent sent his lawyer Dick Gallup to Los Angeles to convince Price not to pursue the film, but Price disagreed. Gallup returned to the head office to report that Price was out of control. The producers didn't need to worry about the box office, as this is Columbia Pictures' highest-grossing film of all time when adjusted for inflation. Another obstacle the film had was that the name Ghostbusters was under copyright from Universal due to an old Saturday morning TV show with the same name. They toyed with using other names such as Ghostbreakers, but in the end, they bought the name for $500,000 and 1% of the gross. On the set, Dan Aykroyd referred to the Slimer ghost as the ghost of John Belushi. Slimer's gluttonous eating was based on Belushi's cafeteria scene in National Lampoon's Animal House. According to an interview with Mix Magazine Online, Ray Parker Jr. tried to create a song for the movie for 2 days. At 4:30 a.m., he saw a commercial for a drain company that reminded him of a scene from the film. That commercial helped him coin the popular line, "Who you gonna call?" Huey Lewis would sue Ghostbusters because he felt the theme song was too close to his hit song I Want a New Drug.
I want a new drug. When the woman is sick.
Harold Ramis only intended to write the film. He decided to play Egon Spengler after he felt he was the best person suited for the role. Michael Keaton turned down both the roles of Peter Venkman and Egon Spengler. Gozer was originally going to be played by Paul Rubens, who turned down the role. In the original script, Gozer took on the form of Ivo Shander, the ghost building's architect, who started the original Gozer cult, who resembled a pale, slender, unremarkable man in a business suit. Gozer's final form was described as David Bowie meets Grace Jones. Ivo Shander ultimately made his appearance in Ghostbusters, the video game, and was portrayed by J.K. Simmons in Ghostbusters Afterlife. Harvey Comics, creator of Casper, sued the producers, claiming the ghost in the logo was too close to the Casper character Fatso. The court ruled against them, stating there were only so many ways to draw a ghost. And why did Sigourney Weaver get down on her hands and knees and bark like a dog? Because the casting director wasn't sure about casting her in the film, she did it to secure her part in the movie.
Okay, so she's a dog.
That was our show. What did you think? What was your favorite Ghostbusters moment? Did you like any of the sequels? The reboots? Did you know that Sigourney Weaver went to these lengths to get the part? Let me know in the comments below, and until next time, this is Andrew in for Kevin Given saying, live long and prosper, may the force be with you and keep reaching for the stars.